This is Sahara. As you can see, we've got all the grooming tools out. This is sure to turn into something of a fiasco, isn't it, Sahara? Yeah, Sahara's got issues with grooming. And I'm considering giving her a rough trim, but I sure hate to because she has such a beautiful ruff. Just that it looks kind of greasy all the time. So we're trying a whole bunch of tools on her. She's actually better than she used to be about being groomed, but not a whole lot. Yeah. We're trying to find out what will work with her the best. This morning we're experimenting a little bit. I don't use the comb much. I like to see lots of hair coming out when I groom. The undercoat brush does that. See, the undercoat brush is just wonderful for that. But sometimes I think it might pull a little bit more than other brushes or combs, but depends on the cat. Also, I have a tendency sometimes to really lean into it, and I'm learning to do that a little bit lighter on the more delicate kitties that tend to be a little more delicate. Another thing I'm learning is using one tine. Like you can use a comb like this to pick out some of the knots. You can do the same thing with the undercoat brush, and that seems to pull a little less than just grabbing all of the hair as you pull it through. And she's getting pretty good about letting me groom her neck and everywhere but the tummy. Of course, it's the tummy that needs it. It's the tummy that needs it. Yep. Okay. You got the injury out here. See if we can sneak in a few swipes into some of the areas that are more delicate than others. Yeah, real careful like. Try not to pull. The minute I see something pulling, I'm going to ease up. She's just about to say, okay, that's enough. I often try to get their underside, which of course is the worst part here, right behind her knee, her legs. She gets these dreadlocks. I've got these pretty good underneath her legs. This is real tricky because the only way to get them out is to cut them out. And their skin is just like tissue paper. And I have cut the kitties before. I don't like doing that. Not on purpose, of course, but okay. Yeah. So we'll pull this. Yeah. And she's developing a dreadlock way back in here, right here. And the only way I'm going to be able to get it is to take little tiny nips, and I'm not going to do that today because I got the wrong hand, but with my snub nose, and I'll get my fingers up next to her skin so that I'm nipping. I've got the hair in my fingers, Gypsy Rose, and nipping just in the ends of the knot, and then I find out that it's vertical to the skin. And I'll often discover that it will fall out if I do a little bit every day, a little bit of nipping at the knots, and just keep after them. I'm a little disappointed with my kitty dangling here. It's done pretty well with her this winter, but we didn't get in deep enough to prevent this issue way back in here under her tail. Did we, sweetie? Okay. Now kitties have when they start getting frantic, it's best to terminate the grooming session. Got another victim here. There's another victim. Yeah, Koi Koi's not very good at this either, and she's getting the dreadlocks right in here. Well, I don't like them. Let's get you. Oh, I know. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll just brush you up here for a while. That's right. There we go. Very quickly. Very quickly. Quickly, yeah. Just knock the camera over. That'd be good. Come back here. Grooming Koi Koi is a, you groom Koi Koi at a dead run. Come here, Koi Koi. Yes. Did you ever sit still for it? At least we can get the top of you pretty good here. I want to get your chin too. Get your chin. We wiped her eyes out earlier today, but she needs them again. I have not put any drops in her eyes recently, and I think she's due for some drops because she's got this rust thing going on in there. So you're going to get some drops in your eyes. Yeah. You're going to get some drops in your eyes today. Okay. Get your ruff all fixed up here. That's a good girl. Come back here now. No, I know. Gypsy Rose, or Gypsy Rose. Sequoia. Koi. And you can see that the undercoat brush really pulls that stuff out. It's good if the cat put up with it. Yeah, it is, huh? It gets in deep too, which is what I like, because Persians, if you're not careful, you can be grooming the outside of their fur and everything feels good, and then you'll discover a great huge mat underneath a smooth, what you thought was nicely groomed. Okay, that's enough, huh? The tail's twitching. We'll stop the grooming session for now.